There's a single nerve running from your brainstem to your gut called the vagus nerve, and it explains why breathing techniques sometimes fail you when you're most anxious. You've probably heard someone tell you to just breathe when you're anxious. Take a deep breath, calm down. And maybe it's worked a little sometimes. But you've also had moments where no amount of breathing touched what was happening in your body, where you were sitting completely still and your heart was still pounding like you were running for your life. That gap between what you're told should calm you and what actually calms you has an explanation, and it lives in that nerve. The vagus nerve is the key, and understanding it changes how you think about every panic attack, every shutdown, every moment your body reacted before you had a chance to decide anything. Here's what you're probably getting wrong about your own nervous system. You think of it as having two settings, calm and not calm, relaxed or stressed. But that's not how it actually works, and believing it is why so many calming techniques fail you at exactly the moment you need them most. The real map comes from Polyvagal Theory, developed by Porges, and it describes 3 states, not 2. What trauma educator Deb Dana calls the vagal ladder moves through these 3 levels. The first is ventral vagal, your safe and social state, where you can connect, think clearly, and access your full range of emotion. The second is sympathetic, the fight or flight state you already know. But the third is the one almost nobody talks about, dorsal vagal, a shutdown state, where instead of fighting or fleeing, your body collapses inward. Numbness, disconnection, feeling like you're watching your own life from behind glass. Somatic Experiencing, developed by trauma researcher Levine, treats these 3 states as the actual terrain you're working with, not abstract labels, but real physical conditions your body drops into automatically, usually before you're even aware it's happening. This approach, which Levine developed specifically for healing trauma stored in the body, is what practitioners mean when they refer to somatic experiencing for relational trauma. The vagus nerve is the wiring underneath all 3. It's the longest cranial nerve in your body, running from your brainstem down through your throat, your heart, your lungs, and into your gut, and it carries most of its signals in one direction, from your body up to your brain, not the other way around. That single fact should change how you think about anxiety. Your body isn't just reacting to what your brain decides is dangerous. Your brain is, in large part, taking its emotional cues from what your body is already reporting back up that nerve. This is the process Porges calls interoception, your nervous system constantly scanning for cues of safety or threat below the level of conscious thought. A related concept, interoception, is your body's ability to sense its own internal state, and both processes are running simultaneously beneath your awareness. It's not paranoia, and it's not something you're doing wrong. It's a background process running at all times, and in someone with relational trauma, attachment trauma, or developmental trauma, that scanning gets recalibrated toward threat, even in rooms that are objectively safe. Here's why this matters specifically for relational trauma, not just trauma in general. When the danger you survived was a person, someone you needed, someone you couldn't just run from, your nervous system couldn't fully commit to fight or flight. It had nowhere to go. So it learned something else instead, to drop into that third state, dorsal shutdown, the moment closeness itself started to feel unsafe. That's why you can go numb during a conversation that should feel intimate. That's why you can disconnect from your own body the second someone gets emotionally close. It's not a character flaw. It's interoception, doing exactly what it was trained to do. Somatic experiencing for relational trauma works directly with this vagal map, not around it. Instead of trying to think your way into ventral vagal safety, which almost never works when you're already activated, it works through the body using specific physical cues your vagus nerve is built to respond to. One of the principles Levine developed is titration, working with activation in small, manageable doses rather than diving into the full intensity of a traumatic memory all at once. This is what makes the approach different from simply recounting what happened. The first cue is your breath, specifically your exhale. A longer exhale than inhale directly stimulates the vagus nerve because it's tied to the parasympathetic response your body uses to downshift. Researchers measure this vagal responsiveness through heart rate variability, or HRV, which tracks how flexibly your heart rate shifts between beats. Higher HRV is associated with better vagal tone and greater capacity to regulate. This isn't the vague breathe advice you've heard 100 times. It's specific, 4 counts in, 8 counts out, repeated until your nervous system actually registers the shift, not just your thoughts. The second cue is vocal. Your vagus nerve runs directly through your vocal cords and the muscles at the back of your throat, which is why humming, singing, or even gargling can measurably shift your vagal tone. Porges calls this the social engagement system. The same pathways your body uses to read tone of voice in others are the ones you can use to physically regulate yourself. The third cue is orienting, deliberately looking around your environment, slowly, letting your eyes land on specific objects. This sounds almost too simple to matter, but it directly counters the tunnel vision your body creates under threat. When your eyes confirm there's nothing here to run from, your vagus nerve receives that as real data, not just a thought you're having about safety. Consider what this looks like for someone who shuts down every time a partner raises a difficult topic. Talk therapy might help her understand why she goes quiet, why her chest tightens, why she can't find words. But understanding it doesn't bring her back into her body in that moment. What does is a felt experience of safety delivered through exactly these channels: breath, voice, orientation, given while the activation is happening, not after. This isn't about forcing yourself into calm through willpower. That approach fights against your biology instead of working with it. And it's part of why so many people feel like they've failed at managing their anxiety when really, they were just using the wrong lever. Your vagus nerve isn't something you convince. It's something you signal to directly, physically, the same way it's been signaling to you your entire life without you realizing it. This isn't medical advice, and if you're dealing with significant trauma history, including complex PTSD or CPTSD, this is work best done with a trained practitioner who understands vagal regulation specifically. What it is a different way of understanding every moment your body has ever overridden your intentions. Not weakness, not overreaction. A nerve doing exactly its job, reading signals you never knew it was reading. Somatic experiencing for relational trauma exists because insight alone was never going to be enough to change what a nerve learned through repetition. Your body has been listening this whole time. The question now is whether you finally start speaking its language back.